Get the rat. Get the rat.
I can't have these guys making happy little nests at night.
What is that?
Saturn, easy. She's gonna cut her eye open.
What do you think that is?
Forgot to set up the camera. I'm sorry.
That's okay. Kraig was a little excited to get going on this guy. Forgot to get the camera. Brittany to the rescue! Do you guys know what this is? This is a woodchuck. The only way I knew that was because of his cute little button ears. I've never seen a woodchuck before.
Well, now you know.
Now I have. So we're going to skin this and then we're going to roast him with onions and potatoes. See what woodchuck is like.
Why not, you know?
Might as well. Not much fat, huh?
Not a whole lot, no.
So, why did you shoot him, Kraig?
Well, they're a pretty big problem when they get under your house. And that's where he was when I shot him, getting under the house.
Yep.
And, we've already got all
Pause.
sorts.
Pause. We found him right in here. Boop. And the dogs are going crazy. We heard him while we were in the house. And the dogs were going crazy. So we let the dogs out and they showed us where he was. Plus he was chirping real loud so I could hear him. Okay, go ahead.
Well, basically, these guys can mess up the foundation on your place. They can destroy gardens overnight. And seeing as how
You said they could move 700 pounds of dirt.
That's what the thing was saying. I'm not sure if that's like in a day or when they do one burrow, but they do really big burrows. In fact, one of the things said that they're like the contractors of the animal kingdom. They build it and then they either abandon it or get eaten, and then all sorts of animals reuse their burrows.
Oh, how funny.
Like even coyotes, if it's a big enough burrow.
Mm-hmm. Is this a female or a male?
It's a male, as far as I can tell anyway.
Look at those teeth. Wow. Wow. Those are some scissors.
Oh yeah.
Are you going at the joint?
More or less. Doesn't really matter as long as I break the bone.
Hmm. Is that what the little notch in the scissors for?
Yeah.
That's cool.
Position for the bone to fall into.
Mm-hmm.
It's good on big stuff, but not little stuff. Woodchuck paws. Be replacing the rabbit's foot soon for luck charms.
Oh. I don't think so.
There's all sorts of fleas on them and stuff.
Oh, gross.
Trying to not let them get on me. At least not too much. Okay.
He doesn't have thumbs.
Oh, should he? He is a rodent.
I don't think he would have thumbs.
Why would he have thumbs?
He has like that little nub. How interesting.
I got them all skinned. I got the skin soaking in a little bit of shampoo and various
Sorry, Mom, we can't talk to you.
in the middle of something. But yeah, I just watched a YouTube video on how to process a woodchuck. From what I understand, it's every bit as good as rabbit. Right, Wyatt?
Well, he's trying to tell you. He's trying to tell you that's a woodchuck, Dad.
But yeah, it's supposed to be just as good as rabbit, if not better. A lot of people really like them.
You have to get the scent glands off, apparently.
Yeah, I'm kind of learning how to do this as I go.
I did not know that woodchucks had scent glands that you had to get rid of.
Basically anything that doesn't look like pure meat, I'm kind of cutting off. Trying to get as much of the silver skin too as possible. But I think I'm thinking I'll probably just do the front and the hind quarters, and then maybe the saddle, because there's a good amount of meat right here. But yeah, I'm pretty sure I got all those scent glands that they were talking about. There's the two fronts.
What? What?
You got your necklace here.
Yeah.
Alright, so after a couple of YouTube videos, I learned how to butcher a woodchuck. And I got to tell you, I'm pretty happy with how it's coming along. It's actually even easier than doing a rabbit, I think. But gosh, I can't get this yucky stuff off my hand. There we go. Yeah, once you find all the scent glands and all that kind of stuff, and you know what to look for, and there's actually a good amount of meat on a woodchuck. Who'd have thunk it? I'm surprised. Yeah, I'm just doing the quarters right now, and I'm going to do the saddle, and I'll probably just let the dog's upper body. But, alright. So, I got some pictures and stuff of it earlier, but this is the woodchuck that was infiltrating the homestead. So we took care of him. And, you know, I don't generally like, I mean, outside of a chipmunk that's, you know, eating our strawberries, you know, I don't like to kill stuff and not use them. But this guy had a whole bunch of meat on him. He was good looking. And all of his organs looked really healthy and really nice while I was skinning him, so I figured, why not? Go on YouTube and find out if people eat woodchuck. And sure enough, a lot of people do. Today, we are going to try out a recipe that I've never seen done before, but looks good to me and sounds good to me. So, seeing as though there's not a lot of fat on a woodchuck, substitute that with a lot of butter. Why not a whole stick, you know? And I'm going to put a bunch of onions on it, because that'll put a lot of good flavor through. Butter, onion, garlic is usually our go-to on wonderful flavors that we love. So I'm going to Basically put a whole bunch of, or half of an onion with the butter. I'll give her a dash of Lowry's garlic salt. If it don't got the green lid, it ain't worth getting. And, okay. I love Cajun seasoning. Brittany likes it too, so I'm going to put just a touch on these guys. Just a nice little bit for flavor, because we've never had woodchuck before, and if meat isn't quite as tasty as I'm hoping, at least it'll have some good Cajun flavor with it. So, now I will lay things down and season them down. Hopefully we can get it all thick, relatively well anyway.
Woodchuck roast.
Yep.
It's bound to be good.
There we go. That's better. There we go. That'll fit. And now, the second half of the onion goes on top. Just kind of thinking how I might do a pork roast or something like that. And since there's nowhere near as much fat as there is on the pork, that's why we put all that butter in there. I'm hoping this will kind of steam it up. I'm going to put it in the oven for like 4 hours at 225. A little bit of our homegrown sage. And a little bit of our homegrown thyme. Alright, it's going in the oven. Got all sorts of good seasonings and onion, butter, a little bit of water in there to keep it moist, and it's going to go in at 225 for about 4 hours. Since it's not a whole lot of meat, that should be good enough time. There he is. Alright, just took it out of the oven. Man, does that look good.
It smells really good.
Yeah, it smells fantastic.
For being woodchuck.
Yeah. It's not super tender, but it'll come out.
Just eat it like a chicken leg?
Yeah. I think that's the idea.
Well,
I like woodchuck. Especially with these delicious onions that they cooked with.
pretty darn good.
It's really good.
Take a big old gnarly bite out of it, Kraig. Yes!
To me, it tastes a little bit like duck meat.
Oh.
It's dark meat, and it's got a dark flavor, but it's not very gamey.
Huh.
It's just
Yeah,
different.
it wasn't really gamey, was it?
It's just different. And that's like the biggest problem. And I was just as guilty of it too.
If I didn't know what it was.
Yeah, if I didn't know what it was or something like that, but when I first started eating game meat, I thought everything was gamey. And then finally somebody politely explained to me, they're like, look, just because it doesn't taste like beef, chicken, or pork doesn't mean it's gamey. It just tastes different.
Yeah.
Gamey is its own thing. It's got its own thing going on. Like it's kind of a wonky kind of thing.
I've had deer meat that was very gamey.
Yeah.
That I didn't really care for. But I've had, like, the buck you got last year wasn't as gamey, and it was good.
No.
I'm glad you like it.
Yeah, I like it.
Gonna hunt for woodchuck every year now?
That's right. Every year we got to do a woodchuck.
Every year.
You ready for another bite? Okay, look. Oh, yummy.
Why want some?
It's almost like I'm starting to develop this Twitch it.
Kraig!
You want a little bite, buddy? Give him a little tiny piece. That good?
Yeah.
Okay, buddy. Got that stuff? Huh? Yummy. Yummy, yummy, yummy.
What do you think? It's not bad. Nope, bite at all.